Mommy Daughter Talk, we're back.
We're back, guys.
So, we are not really exactly sure. This is just something that's been on my heart that I've wanted to share because it's something that I struggled with, and I know it's something Soul struggles with. And
It was something we shared.
Something we definitely share is our very kind hearts, but they're also extremely sensitive and that's teenagers, though. That's what all teenagers go through. And the number one thing is what I've come to learn is communication and like a mutual, like really sit and listen and hear your child. Like today, I kept giving you
advice.
I kept giving her advice and she got frustrated. I said, okay, let me hear you correctly. Right now, you just need me to listen and hear you and hold space for you.
Yes.
And so I quit with the advice because, we're like that as parents. So sometimes they just need to be heard. Don't give any advice. Let them ask you for the advice, which she does.
If your child feels comfortable around you and, or if your child's growing up, make sure they feel comfortable around you when it comes to that, because it can definitely be a fearful thing. Like when I first told her what I did, so what we will be talking about, it was a big oh my god. It was very scary, because they think it's going to be like every other parent's reactions you hear from like other kids.
Now, what do you hear from other kids so that they can understand? Like, parents sometimes don't even realize how they're reacting. Like,
they could be angry, they could be disappointed, they could act like they don't love you anymore, and it's very harsh. You never want to feel that from your parent. I mean, unless you hate your parents' guts, which that's sad. But anyway, we should probably get on to the topic because it's worrying me how quick this is going.
Yeah. Well, no, okay, so what happened was, and actually I came to her about this the minute I found out about this because I talked to her about everything. A young boy was very popular in school, made good grades, all the things, was, had wonderful parents, and this is what is scary. Like, and I don't even know except to, just really make sure you're talking to your kids and and maybe have the uncomfortable conversation so that it lightens the load. But basically, kids are kids. When 13 to 28, their brains are not working, but their hormones are. I mean, that's just how it is. That's we were actually started making babies normally then, okay? And we stopped that, and that's fine. But the kids are still doing that. Well, somebody on the internet got this poor little kid. They pretended to be a young teenage girl and got, sent him pictures that were inappropriate. And then he sent her a picture that was inappropriate. Come to find out, it was not. It was somebody else who was pretending, catfish, whatever you want to call it. And they bribed the little boy saying, and the little boy was 14, 15,
around
I want
my
to say.
age, yeah.
Like 14, 15. That's why I freaked out. Because oh, goodness, they're already doing that. I was like, oh, geez. So, yes, but they are. They are. Even your sweet little wonderful child that is getting straight A's, might be valedictorian. They are. They're curious. Their hormones are going. So, yes, he did that. And he was mortified because the person basically said you need to give them $500 or they're going to tell their parents, post it all over social media, all the things. And the little
boy decided to.
Yeah, he's no longer
here,
unfortunately.
Sadly.
And that was awful. And the thing was, this all happened in a matter of 4 or 5 hours, and nobody understood why. Nobody understood why. They went and talked to everybody. This kid had the most wonderful friends, a great life. And then finally, the police got into his phone, and the police got the whole thing, and there it was. And so
definitely talk, because I have done that, and I've done it with many different people, sadly. I've never had someone in person, but I have sent pictures and blah, 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 and it's something I'm proud of, but it's something that I did.
Right, and then we talked about it, and I didn't understand that was even a thing that kids did. We are oblivious sometimes because I didn't have that back when I was a kid, and I was a little more innocent, only because I didn't have access to all the things. And
I had very, very bad friends when I was little. When I was about 8 years old, I had bad friends. Not you were a little bit of a different mom back then.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was not I didn't know, actually. I really thought they were great people, and the girl that was supposedly my friend, I thought was a really great human, and it was like her second mother, and turned out wasn't. So it is what it is.
She went down the wrong path.
Yeah.
Her daughter turned out to be something completely different, though.
And I had no idea, and they never told me, of course, but we did not have this relationship, and I'm so thankful that we do now, even though it's hard sometimes for both of us, and for me to be like, you know, because you feel like, you know, coming from kids, coming from a parent side, we feel like we failed.
Yeah.
We feel like we failed you, you know, and recognizing that, no, you're just human too, and you're on this little journey and path together, and we're truly here to love and support each other no matter what.
Yeah, definitely a big thing. Never let your kid feel like you don't love them. And even if you think in the right moment that, you know, you're doing it, sometimes they see it differently, and sometimes that could switch them. And then that's where I hear a lot of kids where they completely switch over, and they hate their parents. It's like, okay, well, it sounds like your parent needs parenting. That's what it sounds like to me sometimes.
And sometimes we do, because we don't know, we only know what our parents did and what all the things say on the internet and the psychologist and the this and the that and the other. But at the end of the day, we're still individuals. We're still each living our own little individual life with our own little different perspective. And so it's just going back to that heart-centered, true love, really, because I know parents, I know you love your kids. I know you do. You know, I just know, and it's like, because I know how it is, and I know how hard it can be to have those discussions and weird and whatever. So here we are having the weird, hard discussion on TikTok, so that hopefully that opens it up to make it a little easier. I don't know, because these things should be discussed and known about, and there's just scams online. But there was, you know, just like when I was younger, I had to carry mace because there were people that would just snatch us, you know. So apparently it still happens somehow online. It's, you know, same thing. I mean, and I, you know, had to have my mom had those discussions with me, and, you know, all those.
Sadly, you do have to be aware of the world sometimes.
Yeah. We can put our bubbles and pray and obviously make smart choices most of the time. But we all don't always make smart choices at the moment. It just...
Yeah, especially, if your kid's just, bored or something. It's like, I want satisfaction, so I'm bored.
Sometimes being bored is good, because it can make you be creative and do, but sometimes...
Or sometimes it takes you a different direction. So...
But just, okay, we own it. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's like just...
And the fact that she did it when she was younger, too. So look back when you were what your kids age.
I know, I think sometimes that's why we're like, oh gosh, no, our kid's gonna be better. No, they're not. They're our kid. Or maybe they were perfect. I don't know. And all of a sudden they have an imperfect kid. I don't know. But whatever. I know you love your kid. Just talk to them. Just love each other.
Yeah.
Have the hard conversation. It's so worth it, because then it's like, oh, yeah. Now she understands why we don't do that.
Save your kid early. Don't let your kid, really think back to other situations, like the one we talked about with the boy. Think back to it and be like, is it really worth screaming at my kid over something they don't understand? Yeah. They could have been told something completely different. They could be listening to whatever they're seeing on here. That's sad. Anyway, we don't have much time left, but...
We love you, and we hope this helps somebody. That's all our intent is ever to do, is to spread love, joy, and awareness. That's it.
And thank you so much for all your love and support. I will add myself in the description, and you can go check me out, too.
Mwah. Love you all.
Love you all.